Ladies and gentlemen, I come to you today with good news. We have won a battle. So a few days ago, I made this video titled Employees Forced to Install Cameras at Home. They watch your kids too. Oh, and by the way, I have pictures of the cameras that they make you use and the software that they make you use that we'll go over in detail a little bit later in this video, so stick around. If you haven't seen that video yet, I recommend you go watch it, but I'll give you a quick recap for those of you that are new. So there's this company called Teleperformance that is forcing employees in developing countries that don't have great labor laws install cameras into their houses that watch them and their children using AI tracking. Additionally, they are requiring employees to take a polygraph test if requested, on top of sending additional bio data, whatever that means, like blood samples, heart rate, who knows, but it's obviously invasive, overreaching, and just a breach of privacy, pretty much. Now, Teleperformance says the reasons that they were doing this is for security concerns of their clients, which is insane because there are plenty of other companies that work with data at home with remote employees that do just fine and don't need AI cameras installed into their houses at all times of the day. Obviously, I think those reasons are complete garbage, but I digress. Basically, it was just Teleperformance taking advantage of countries that they can get away with it in because they're not forcing people in the UK, where they have employees that work remote, to do it. They're not making employees in the US do it that have employees that work remote. They're just doing it in countries that can't say no, and that was the disgusting thing about it. But we had a win, like I said earlier in the video. I received 2 messages from self-proclaimed Teleperformance employees in India. The message from one of them says, "Hey, thank you for the recent video regarding Teleperformance. I'm from India, and I worked with Teleperformance. In India, we were also facing this webcam installation issue for the past 6 months, and it was really irritating." Now, this was sent to me right after I uploaded the video, not after anything happened. So I responded, I said, "Thanks, do you have any pictures of the software they make you use or a picture of the camera they make you install? I want to show people what it looks like. Obviously, I don't want to reveal who you are, though." And so they sent me the pictures of the software and the video. And then, just a day later, they said, because of your video from today onward, they removed the software, and now we are not using the webcam anymore. Do not know how much longer they will stick with this, but thanks. Here's another message. "Hi, bro, thank you so much. Today, management told us not to log in on that crappy software, and later on that software was uninstalled from our systems. Also, thanks to you for raising your voice." And I said, "Wait, really?" "Yeah, I was surprised, too." "Did they say it was because of my video?" And he said, "Well, they didn't give us any reason, but obviously it was because of your video, as one day before your video, they were very strict about logging into their crappy software. And suddenly one day after the video, they removed it from our system. So thanks to you." Now, who knows if it was because of me? I'd like to think it was because of me, but there were some other news outlets reporting on this too. None quite as harsh as my video, but I'd like to think we made a difference and we had a win. Let me show you the message that he actually got from management. It says, "No one is supposed to log in to TrackMax until further notice." And hopefully further notice is never again. Now, one thing that did cross my mind is that Teleperformance is a huge company with thousands of employees all over the world, and maybe they're just trying to get some good PR by telling a few of their employees to tell me that they no longer have to use it anymore so they don't keep getting the heat. So if you're out there and you work for Teleperformance, please let me know if this is true and you no longer have to use the camera and the tracking software. That would be fantastic. Not saying I don't believe the people that sent me these messages, but you guys get it. This is the software that they had to use. You can see up here it says agent, the version number. There's a pause play button for you having to click so that you can log in and it starts tracking. It says idle time, last synced activity, date, active time, session start time, last activity type, mouse. So it detects anything you do at your computer, like keystrokes, mouse movements, anything. On top of the camera, that's also watching you, and you can see number of breaks, time spent on breaks, blah, blah, blah. I tried to figure out who makes this software exactly, because I couldn't find anything called TrackMax. Well, it turns out that there's a company called Shep Hertz right here. It's kind of hard to make out, but Shep Hertz is an API company. This is that company, and other companies use their APIs to build their own software. There's not a whole lot of information on this tracking software specifically, but I did manage to find this out. Apparently, Shep Hertz also provides AI tracking for cameras. And so this is a little PowerPoint that I found online about what Shep Hertz offers to people. So we can see about Shep Hertz, trusted by this many people, blah, blah, blah. We go to page 3, and you can see Shep Hertz applied AI computer vision. Attendance management visitor management, retail analytics. Okay, so we can see all this stuff. Conventional versus new age attendance management. So it's using your camera to check that you're sitting at your seat and make sure it's you and detect your face and all that stuff. It enhances productivity, they say. Complete track of login time, number and duration of breaks taken per employee, minimize fake visits, geotagging coupled with face recognition weeds out fake visits by field sales force. I guess if you said you showed up but it wasn't you, then the camera knows. And then this is the really, really weird thing that this software does that wasn't listed basically anywhere on the internet. It gauges your sentiments. Now, what does gauge your sentiments mean? According to them, it means detect employee's sentiment and proactively counsel him. So is it trying to detect the employee's emotional status while they sit at their laptop? Because I think that is insanity. They're using AI to track if an employee is engaged or disengaged just based on the way their face looks. Are you happy, sad, mad? Whatever it is, like, it's trying to gauge your emotional status as an employee, and then it sends a message to your manager, I guess, about how you're feeling, and if you're not feeling good, then your manager can proactively counsel you. Plenty more slides on here. Employee attendance via face recognition. This is their flow of how that works, which is kind of strange. Here's what it actually looks like. Home screen. It takes a picture of your face here. It's got all your details, your employee ID, your name, whatever, like when you log in. It can also do attendance using commodity surveillance cameras, so it can watch people that don't know that they're watching. Oh, by the way, that was the main issue. They can just drop in on you anytime and watch what you're doing, and you have no idea. And it's disgusting, because when someone comes over and micromanages you, at least they're over by you, pointing over your shoulder at the screen, micromanaging you, not just some person that you don't know is watching you. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. To me, that just ends up with like high stress. Gesture recognition. This is the last page of the slideshow, and you'll notice that this company is located in India. And so the employees that sent me this were from India as well, and they said they no longer have to use the software. So what I think happened is Teleperformance hired Shep Hertz to make this software for the employees in India. But that's what this software was doing. As far as the camera that they give you, it's just a regular old Logitech. I thought it was going to be something way more expensive, something way more fancy looking that you'd have to mount in like the corner of your room that is always watching you. But it's just this, and you set it on your laptop like a regular webcam, and it tries to guess your emotional status. But if these messages from these employees are true, and they in fact don't have to use the camera or the software anymore, then I have made a difference in the war on corporate. We have won a battle in the corporate war. We probably won't ever win the corporate war, but we might have a positive effect. And this is an example of where me ranting on the internet has a positive effect on other people in the world. I know I do a lot of ranting, a lot of complaining about corporate, but I do make a difference. At least I'd like to hope so. I'd like to hope it was because of this video, and if not, then maybe I'm just letting it get to my head, and I'd like to apologize for all of this vanity that I'm spewing right now. But regardless, they don't have to use it anymore, and that's something positive. I do get a lot of positive messages from you guys, and I'm appreciative for all of those messages, by the way. Like, for example, just the other day, just want to say thanks again to Josh for helping me find an amazing dev job. My life is better than it's ever been, thanks in large part to your videos. I didn't settle for a whack job, and this is my first job in the industry. I was actually choosy, and it paid off. So this channel is all about bringing the power back to the worker, just to let you know that you have a choice, just like the employers do. It might not feel like it when you're working there, but you do have a choice to pick a company that fits you, or go your own way, or do whatever it is. But just know that you have power too as a worker, and you can negotiate and play the game just like they're trying to play you. That is my main goal. I like to use the negativeness on this channel that people always talk about as motivation to do something about it, right? That's always worked for me. It's like, well, this is crap. What are you gonna do? And that's always worked to motivate me to get out of a hard spot when I needed to. And so that's kind of the sentiment of these videos. I show this is what you're dealing with. If you don't want that, be aware of it and go choose something else. That's all I have for today. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a great way to start the week. And I hope you guys are having a great week too. Again, any Teleperformance employees out there that are working in India or other countries, please let me know if this is in fact true and Teleperformance isn't just trying to pull one over on me by making a couple employees tell me that they don't have to. If that's the case, then we're going to put some more heat on them until this stuff ends. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and click that like button. Click subscribe if you want to see me dismantle the corporate world some more. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I have some links in the description that support the channel. Helps more than you realize. And I'll see you guys in the next one.